Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. And the Mustangs headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Miami's offense will go on the attack first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Trying play action. Fires quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Right on the money. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Mustangs! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick 6 early and put yourself in a hole, not good.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. The option, he'll keep it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Mustangs offense will now get its first chance with the football. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, maybe.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run.
Touchdown, Cage! Middle of the end zone, he's got it!
And really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. He leaves it with his back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. First play of the period will be a second down. Quarterback keeps it. Got a little grass. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
explosive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The Mustangs come to the line in the hurry up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Might be calling a hot route. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. And the Mustangs are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go catch this thing.
A shot toward the end zone. He's got it on the outside. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling us,
touchdown Mustangs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Oh, he makes the catch. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Devlin. Swings it out to his running back. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Canes will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He gets a block. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Proctor. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry.
Now, when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The Mustangs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And as a defense, you just went, whoa, he just dodged a bullet. Not great coverage. An opportunity for them to get a touchdown, and it goes right.
Caught, and he's got room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. So Miami signals for a timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. And the Mustangs are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU!
And I'll tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Devlin. Moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator. Because he can
catch inside the 30 and still running. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Miami. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Breaks into the open. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down.
And I'm not surprised.
Might have a chance. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Mustangs call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they get so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Now he's looking to throw it. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Lets it fly. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. And the Canes will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Mustangs offense is ready to go on the attack. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Making side adjustments here. To the air on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Proctor. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing them around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
Unloads to the wideout. The short hands. It's Coates. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw.
Maybe a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
He's got him. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Mustangs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. This defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. On the move. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. And the Mustangs racing to the line in a hurry-up. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th and goal from the 4, and look at this. The offense still on the field. They'll go for it. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Keeps it. Plows through the defense. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Looking downfield, it's Devlin. Outside the pocket, lets it go. With the catch, it's Worthy. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He tried to buy some time, and the defense was not having it. With this game all but wrapped up, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country getting late in the season, and a loss like this one is doubtless going to hurt your position. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. A little release to the back. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Working that wide receiver screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Canes will call on their punt team. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Not a lot of room to field this one. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the away team sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Reese?
Thanks, Holly. Fires to the big fella. Really good job to pick up a chunk of the... Get it out to the 39-yard line.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a dub.
Finding some room. Got enough for the first. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. So Miami signals for a timeout. And he still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. The Canes will go ahead and call that second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Grabs it in the middle. Turning it on. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Just going to keep it after the snap. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And, David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like, to understand, like, I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
After a dramatic and competitive regular season in the ACC, it all comes down to this: the conference championship game, a battle for the trophy that also carries serious college football playoff implications. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. The Mustangs offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. Two teams set to battle for conference supremacy in the ACC, a conference that is so spread out it really covers all four corners of the country. These two teams have navigated through that schedule and now stand in each other's way.
It is still wild, Chris, isn't it, to just see the footprint of this ACC conference from coast to coast. There's no doubt about it, but I got to tell you, I've been so impressed with both of these teams so far this season. As you said, they navigated the year so well, and now a chance to go out there, compete for a championship, and win the ACC. Now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. Championship game. He keeps it on a design run. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Having to prepare for and stop this quarterback-oriented run game is so difficult as a defense because it adds an extra hat. And here, they're doing a nice...
It's caught, and he's got a lane. Out of bounds after a solid gain. Moves the ball across the 40. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front.
The Mustangs have 1st and 10 here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in way downfield. Touchdown, SMU. Great connection there for 6 points. You can't have a better start than that in a championship game. Right out of the gate, Joe, executing beautifully. And they draw first blood with that long drive.
Chris, it's goal number 1 for your offense to go out there, establish a rhythm, but try to get that first score of the game. That's exactly what they're able to do. Here's what I loved about it was the execution. Quarterback played well, offensive line played well, right down the field. What great rhythm they established here on the first drive.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. So the Seminoles offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. Some of the impact players we expect to step up today. Look, their teams are in position to win a conference championship, Joel. It's time for these guys to perform.
Chris, the reality is that if you performed really well during the course of the year, you're also a leader. So it's not just what you can do from a production standpoint, but when you get into a championship environment, how do you lead? What are the things that you do and say that elevates the play of your teammates around you?
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
I've always been a big believer that you build defenses front to back and inside out. There is nowhere to go in the middle of this field right now. They're doing a great job of not allowing that offensive line to gain traction at the line of scrimmage. It's a beautiful stop right.
Oh, they trap him for a sack. So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Here comes the pressure. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's hauled in, catch made way downfield. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You can't start any better than that as an offense. You get that ball, you go right down the field for a score. You know, a lot of times these offensive coordinators create scripts, the first 10 or 15 plays. They map them out during the week. Well, this one was mapped out perfectly.
And they'll set up for the PAT. And it's up and good. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground.
Well, the key to third down success is being good on first down. And here the defense does a great job on first down of bowing up and stopping the run. And that's the key to this thing. If you can create long yardage situations, now they have to throw the football.
And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Tackled after the return, but a huge takeaway. Could be a momentum shift right there.
I always wonder, Chris, just how quickly these quarterbacks can forget about a mistake. And listen, they're going to happen. You're going to throw interceptions. But the great ones come back right away, and they play better because of that. We'll see how he reacts the rest of the game.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage. So a solid gain of 8 sets him up 2nd and 2. Really opens up the offensive playbook here. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. The Seminoles offense is on the move now.
Boy, I really love the rhythm that this offensive line is in. Staying out of third down, being able to run the football here. Nice job by the running back and the offensive line, moving the line of scrimmage and moving the chains. This offense is going to continue to build on this success. Now, after running the football on second, you can start to get to the play-action pass. I really love what they're doing here.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch to the back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
As the field condenses in the red zone, it becomes so difficult to run the football, and I think it becomes even more difficult to do it out of the shotgun. Because remember, you need space, you need to put the defense in conflict, and if you're not...
Deep shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Moles. Grabs for a touchdown.
That is how you capitalize on great field position. You get aggressive, and you go and you put the ball in the end zone. You can't settle for a field goal at that point. For an offense, you step on the field, and the quarterback, you know you got to put that ball in the end zone. They're able to do so. That's a really good job by them, and a solid throw for the touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone. in the drive at the 25. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Short gain makes it 2nd and long. It's tough against a defense like this. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Caught over the middle. It's Proctor. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They keep him off balance with a run. They make the tackle, and that's going to be the final play of the first quarter. As we break for the quarter, Florida State is on top. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And the quarterback dropping back. Here comes the rush. Grab down the middle. It's Proctor. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
That's such a frustrating play for a defense. It feels like they do everything right in that pass rush. Look at the pressure. They're able to get to the quarterback, but just not able to finish the play. So many times you talk with coaches, in particular on the defensive side, and they will emphasize the ability to finish. And this defense, they got to finish better.
He'll step out of bounds. Defense keeps that to a very short gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I know it doesn't look like much, but I really like that play. Chris, first of all, you're getting yourself in a more manageable 3rd down situation. The entire point of this thing is to move the chains. So creating this situation is not bad for the offense.
Big-time conversion to keep the drive going. First down now from the 30. And the Mustangs come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. They'll hand it off. They bring him down, but a solid 9-yard gain sets up a 2nd and short.
Well, this is exactly what you need to do on first down, is continue to stay on schedule and keep your quarterback out of those long yardage passing situations. The run game is doing a good job, and you got to give the credit to the offensive line. Continue to churn yards on first.
The Mustangs are looking to keep this drive going. There's a 1st and 10 play. QB keeper all the way. And a decent gain there before defense brings him down.
It's always important to stay on schedule as an offense. It allows you to have full disposal of your playbook, and you don't get into those obvious passing situations. So even though they're not moving the chains here, this is what I would call a very successful.
Got an opening here. And he muscles into the end zone. Touchdown. Mustangs.
That is exactly what the doctor ordered in this situation. Tight ball game, and they drive the length of the field. Great execution from everyone on the offensive side to go all the way down the field and put it in the end zone.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They punched it in their last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. Quarterback will throw it off the one pass option. Breaking into the clear. The clock will stop, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout before halftime.
A big tight end who can run after the catch, Chris, that is every quarterback's dream. All you got to do is hit him in stride, and he does the rest. This guy is sensational.
Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. The clock is still running. Off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Looking for a deep completion. And he's got it! A diving catch way downfield. They move the 6, but over the line here on first down now.
No mystery who they're looking to on third down. You find your best wide receiver, you love the matchup, and you go to him. That's an easy pitch and catch and an easy first down.
Grab by the receiver. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
What an advantage for this offense that they have players that they can dump the ball off to on short completions, and then they can take it yards after the catch and create explosive plays. And here, again, it's about timing, getting the ball out quickly, and then the playmaking ability of these players on the outside.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. On first down, it's play action. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
It looks to me like this quarterback is really struggling seeing the defense. This is just zone defense, and you can tell he's not very comfortable, and he's sitting in the pocket. He doesn't understand where his eyes should start and where he should go with the football, and because of that, the indecision leads to a sack. He really needs to start locating the safety right at the snap to understand the coverage that he sees. Chris, these are so difficult to defend, and the reason is that tight end is normally so involved in the run blocking. So when you put a play-action fake out there, there is conflict on the defense. That defender who's responsible for the tight end and pass coverage also has run responsibility. That's what allows the tight end to be open, and now you just have to hit him with an accurate ball. Beautiful job by this offense, and again, one of those concepts as a quarterback I absolutely love. What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. Quick throw to his receiver. Pass caught on a comeback route. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to 39.
That's a good find by the quarterback. These early first downs within the series, they're so important to establish momentum. And now you've got to take that momentum and carry it with you. Try to get this ball down the field and go get points on this series.
Offense in a good spot here on 2nd and 4. The 6-yard completion. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Mustangs will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Well, it's another first down on this series, and they're doing a great job. This quarterback continues to see the defense really well. And get the
pass rush gets home. And SMU will spend their second time out here. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half. First down sack, pushes the ball back. Second down coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down. They crank up the tempo here for this important third down play.
Looking to pick up the first down through the air.
And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock. So on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime.
Oh, and he missed it. The kick is no good.
A missed chance to tie this game, still down by 3. So they'll just take a knee here, and that will send us to halftime. Somewhat conservative call, but content to take this lead into the locker room. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, so much to break down from a spirited first half in this ACC championship. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. The Mustangs will kick it off to begin the second half. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team now. We're set to get the third quarter going, but let's find out what Holly Rowe has learned on the sidelines. Holly?
Checking in with the Seminoles head coach at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Holly. Good stuff. Important second down play coming up. Pressure him and sack him and be tackled inside the 10.
This is a no-chance play as a quarterback. This defensive end is getting off the ball so quickly. He is electric. That first step, he gets to the quarterback so quick, he's got nothing to do but protect the football. And thankfully for the offense, he's able to do so.
Close to the tight end. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. Breaks free. He might be gone. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. Another explosive play for this quarterback who's having a monster game here at a huge stage, Joel. I feel like the early part of this third quarter is so crucial for this game.
Every coach talks to us about the middle portion of the game and winning that area, going into halftime and then coming out of halftime. Well, your quarterback is so hot. He's in rhythm. He's seeing the field well. And they're diving right back in to throwing the ball down the field. I really love what this offense is doing.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. The pass is tipped and falls incomplete. Someone got a hand up to deflect that one.
As an O-line, you've got to do a better job of protecting your quarterback. I know they don't get to him with a hit or a sack, but here the timing of the play is clearly affected, and it leads to an incompletion.
Bringing pressure. He stopped short of that first down marker. It's going to bring out 4th and 3. Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. And he's got it. 57 yards out and never in doubt.
What a weapon he is to roll out there and hit this massive bomb. I tell you, as a quarterback, that is just such a relief knowing that you don't have to get that ball inside of the 30-yard line for field goal range. All you've got to do is get it close to the 40, and you can trot your guy out there for a kick.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Caught over the middle. It's Proctor.
Nice delivery by the quarterback. An easy completion sets yourself up for second and short.
They keep him guessing with a run. He's got space. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's second down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48. And the Mustangs looking to crank up the tempo a bit. So a nice throw by the quarterback. He's had a productive day. He hasn't been perfect. Joe, can he make a play here to put his team on top?
Well, Chris, I think you put it perfectly there because, again, it's about the short memory. You erase those mistakes made previously in this game, and you think about the execution moving forward, the plays that you could make, the details of what you need to do from this point moving forward. If you're able to do that with that memory, then you can go have success and come back in this game.
The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable 3rd down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a 3rd down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Oh, he's got open space. He goes out of bounds, but he's inside the 30.
This is exactly what this defense was so concerned about. In our meetings with this defensive coordinator, he talked about the fact that they've got so many weapons to defend. Guys on the outside, guys in the backfield. But then the real key is at the quarterback. He can become a threat as a runner. And here on the designed run, it's an explosive play for this offense. Just so many threats to try to defend.
It's a shotgun run call. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. The Mustangs come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looks right for a quick completion. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 8. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. On the move now. He'll be muscled out of bounds, very close to the goal line.
I really love this decision by the quarterback because he doesn't force the ball down the field. He gets what he can get, and he creates a much more manageable 3rd down. Now you've got a better chance to move the chains and convert on this next down than you otherwise would have being backed up.
They bring him down short of that first down marker. Sets up a 4th down and decision time for this coach. They need a yard here on 4th down to keep this drive alive. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And the defense smothers him. A big loss on 4th down. What a play. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. And the back gets the football. And they make the stop in what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. As we break for the quarter, Florida State is on top, sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the 3rd quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Caught by the receiver. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
I tell you, you got to play well on third down. That's the money down for a quarterback. To be honest, Chris, I don't really care what a quarterback does on first and second. He's got to be great in situations, and one of those situations that I think about is third down. Unable to connect here, and now you got a decision to make on fourth.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. Last possession, they went for it on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, Chris, it wasn't technically a pass breakup, but there was nowhere to go if he even caught that. And in fact, I feel like he was even hearing some of the footsteps. You got to understand the drop because the defense was all over.
He's got a crease. Football comes out. And the defense comes up with the football.
We have not seen the quarterback run until now, and I guess we know why. Chris, he puts the ball on the ground. Credit the defense. Active hands, they're physical, and once they get in there, they're going to rip at that football, and it comes loose. It's a good turnover for them.
Starts with a quick pass to the left off the RPO. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43. They go back to the receiver, who's had a really effective game, Joel. So far, the defense really hasn't had an answer for it.
And, Chris, the best part about it is that they're using the RPO, and that's what's forcing the defense to have to try to stay honest. They can't double-team the wide receiver. They can't even bracket the wide receiver because then they would just run the football with that RPO, run-pass option. Beautiful scheme to get him the ball.
Quarterback unaware of the play clock. That'll cost them 5. Penalty makes it first and long. Off the RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. The Mustangs call a timeout now. That'll be their first. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. Two-man clock with the running game. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. And SMU will spend their second timeout here. They've got 1 more timeout to use now.
Body blows, body blows, body blows. You run the football like this, you gain 5, you gain 6, time and time again. That play-action pass is going to be at your disposal.
He cannot escape. It's a sack. Now the Mustangs will use their third and final timeout. They'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to use a timeout. And it's good from 56 yards.